Miléo, CEO of KMEE, and I've been working with Odoo for the last 12 years. Before I start, I would like to say that it's a pleasure to be here and share some words with everyone. Today I will gonna tell about a little about the experience that we have in the past years with the retail in large projects that we made in Brazil, that we can deliver some digital transformation projects in the recent years. For that we of course need to pay attention in the market leaders, and this is the purpose of the talk, that we can think a little about how the China and that's the big markets of retail in the world, and how we can apply some of these concepts in Odoo. What's the future of the retail, or what's the retail of the future? The new retail is a term created by Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba, and that's go beyond the omni-channel, that we have the integration of the physical store with the online store. And if we see this table, we're gonna have the top countries that we can see that China is far away from the other ones, 3 times bigger than the United States. And if we saw this graph, we're gonna see that the e-commerce revenue is bigger than the physical revenue, more than 50%. Then this is an important thing that we're gonna need to understand, because if your customer is not on the online, you are losing revenue. Then with that, we need to understand that if you have more traffic, we have more conversion, then we have more revenue. But let's take a brief look on some concepts that how we can do this possible. First, we need connection. Everyone knows that the internet's gonna be better and better all these years, but you can see in the map, I don't know where you're from, but in Brazil the internet's not the best one. And of course, it's not just that. When the internet stops, if you have just online software, you're gonna be in a mess. For example, if you are using Waze and Waze stops to work, everyone's got pissed. But then the first thing that we need to understand is how we can make Odoo POS online always. The first thing that we have here is a move that, and the next one, how we can have a better offline experience.
I have a question for the previous slide.
Yeah.
Is it actually working when you delete the cache?
The cache for the POS, or the cache for the cloud, because there are two caches. It's work, and if you don't delete the local cache, okay? You can reboot, you can start the POS without internet, and you can run it. Okay?
But if you manually delete it, then it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
User can do anything. Yeah.
No, it was because of some security stuff that
Yeah.
required.
Maybe.
So I wanted to...
The next one, we need to pay attention how we can make the online work offline. We need ways to improve the user experience with online tools. How we can do that? We need to put things on the store that the user can use the online things to us can be able to see the actions and see what the user is doing, to track the user, understand the consume, and for that we have to make tools that are mobile first, and with this we can go to this kind of revenue that we are talking about, that we can increase the revenue, okay? And of course, if the guys here are older as me, we are used to be a Python programmer, but we need to be more and more a front-ender programmer using the OO or front-end app with REST API, for example. The next one is we need to have how do I say, another vision of the payment, the options that we have to receive the money, because these new options that we can see, the QR code payment, the face payment, they are able that we have more data about the user, and we see that more and more retailers are acting like a fintechs, and this is very important to understand what are the players that we need to connect to have a good product. The next one, sorry, we need to take care about the last mile costs, because when the user buys online, the delivery cost represents about 50% of the cost of the product. And if we are not connected to all the players, how do I say, we're gonna lose revenue. And blockchain is another thing that we need to, how do I say, it's going inside our quotidian, I don't know the word, but your daily use. We are starting to use blockchain to track and authenticate how do I say, the meat that we are buying is good, and what's the farm that do. There are many options that we can put to the blockchain to ensure the retail security. Another good tool that we have in Odoo is the loyalty module, that we can use this module to get more information about the user, because when the user uses his loyalty number, we can capture and see what's the things that the customer is buying, and we can do this on POS and on the online store. It's a good way to understand the behavior. Okay. Let's see more technical things. We're gonna see here that we have more and more modules that Odoo is putting on the code and split the things, and this is very good that you see the evolution of the POS in the versions. Okay, and here we're gonna see there's an error there. It's the enterprise module. Sorry. We're gonna see that there's a lot of new enterprise modules on the next version, and you can see they have a lot of talks on the next days about that, and how they are approaching the market. I think it's a good another point, another point of view. Okay, and here if we see all the architecture about this challenge, I think it's my view of the architecture. How do we can solve the problem? But this is the real architecture. Okay, let's compare this two architectures to understand what's the problem that we have here today with the POS. Okay. When we analyze the biggest players like Siphon from Oracle, one the big advantage is that it works offline and totally independent of the cloud. And I think that the main defect or the main bad thing in Oracle that we have is that they don't have a good API. And if your customer have a third-party app, as we are telling on this slide, we're gonna have a lot of IoT things, a lot of third-party apps in the store that we need to connect to the POS. And if we don't have a good API, how we can do that? We can't. Okay. And we need to how do I say? We need to have a good API that works offline on the store, that can deliver the things that the store needs. For example, if a third-party app wants to split a table, how we can do without connection to the cloud and connecting to the POS API? This must be possible. Okay. Our team already trying to solve this, and maybe in the next year I can show. But this is the current architecture of Odoo. We have here a lot of new things that Odoo are making that are not really offline. This is a problem because if the store don't have internet, the kitchen does not work. Okay, and the other layers of this arc. Okay, then we have to see that we need some things to solve in the local network. We need a better way to synchronize the POS with the other players, the other actors, and we need to be able to reload the POS And we need a better support of Android because the hardware is 3 times cheaper. And about the synchronization with the cloud, without the cloud, we have this great model, POS multi-session from, I don't remember the company, but they work with simple scenarios, but it falls sometimes. We need some support, and if the number of POS in the network increase, the synchronization becomes lower. I already talked about the offline reload, and we need to see how we can make the POS become an application to run without the browser. For that, on Windows and Linux, we put the POS on Electron with a web view, and on the Android it's the same. We use a web view, and the cache of PWA that I already said, it's a good thing. If we see here, we can see how we can solve the Android problem. We have the Android app and with a web view and the POS running inside. With a hack, we don't have any coarse problems to connect with the APIs. And these APIs, there are local software that can connect with the hardware. Yeah?
Did you say hack?
Yeah.
The hack is between what and what? Between the POS and
On the Android software that disable the certificate, and you can be able to connect to any REST API without a valid certificate. But you're still using HTTPS, but you are bypassing the error, okay? It's the only way that we can see that we can solve the problem in localhost, in the local network, without having some problems that the user must accept the certificate every day or every week. And with that, okay?
Yeah, okay.
We can put the POS inside the Android and use the hardware of the Android, like the printer, the card reader here, and a lot of other stuffs. Here you can see a self-checkout terminal that we are using. We have the same challenge that we have on the SmartPOS or a tablet, for example. And in Windows, we solve it with the IoT or maybe the PyWebDriver. But we have two options here. We have the option of the POS self-order from Odoo OCA here. And we have here another user interface that is this one in a pull request from to OCA. What's the difference? The difference between these two options is that if you are using the OCA pull request, you have the same codes of the point of sale, but with another interface using Tailwind. And if you are using the POS self-order, it's a new business logic, and all the POS add-ons are incompatible. Okay. For example, if you install POS discount, this business logic is going to be on the Tailwind interface too. You just need to implement a new, how do I say, a new button or a new thing to make it work on the interface of the self-checkout. And the KDS, the kitchen, the things that the KDS of Odoo does not work offline. You have to pay attention to that. And we don't have the concept of the preparation time, because if we are at dinner with your family, we want that all the plates of everyone comes in the same time at the table. And for that, we need to have the preparation time of each meal for the kitchen, synchronize it, and make it work. For the hardware, we need to pay attention that we need to have you need to use an Android hardware or a fanless CPU, because the kitchen are how do I say, it's a very hot environment, and if you put a normal computer there, it's gonna stop to work in a few days. And another thing that we need to pay attention is that the KDS need to start without any setup. How do I say? The guy from the kitchen, maybe they don't have a keyboard or nothing there. Then he needs to start the hardware and start your kitchen. Just that, okay? Questions? Please.
In version 2008, Odoo started with the Raspberry Pi POS system. Have you heard of that project?
No.
Did it die?
Please.
What is the thought of the idea, instead of making everything offline, to implement an open server directly to the restaurant, for example, which you sync with the cloud? Which means you have everything locally, database, everything is synced to the cloud, and you don't need this sets for being local. Or another possibility I did is write a complete app from scratch for the POS, use the interface of Odoo and the models, but like writing Flutter, or I use Essential, it's very open thing, and this works completely offline and communicates with all devices directly. I used a couch TV for syncing and so on. But I think when you always modify it in a direction that, or hack it that work, maybe you always have to make a compromise. It's hard to maintain.
Yeah, let's try to answer your question. But when we are on the store with physical hardware, we have a challenge. That how do I say? As many touch points that we have, many problems we're gonna have. We try to do how do I say, a serverless infrastructure inside the store, but this is very difficult, because you need some microservices running on the store to make the printer works, connect with the other hardwares, and sync the things. And for that, we how do I say, it's a challenge. We are trying to solve that. when we are running with this, the sync, the POS session sync that I show, we need a server on the store. And this is not the best option, okay? In some cases here, when we have here this guy, this is a microservice running inside the Android that we can communicate with a REST API. But it's a point of failure too.
Yes, but it's normal. Normal use case that you use whatever and you have a set of vectors.
I can hear.
But it's a normal use case that you use whatever.
Yeah.
And then you make an wrapper for this with view and communicate with the hardware. But I use the same for the API and Android.
Yeah, it's possible to. You can remove this guy and put the plugin or the SDK inside the Android app. It's possible too. You remove a layer, but if you have another POS that you want to connect with this IoT, you need a REST API. Again, if you have a distributed system, okay? Any more questions?
We can ask later.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
you have been playing.
Okay. No problem.
Thank you, guys.